All right, I'll share a small, silly incident with you. Actually, it's not silly, but it's an incident with my daughter. Okay, and this is more like me sharing my experience as a father. Okay, so give me your thoughts in the comments. Okay, now what had happened was, um, yeah, if you follow my channel and you see my videos, you know for a fact how my life is. 24/7 work. And yes, when I'm free, play a little games, online and just to kill time. And the rest of the time is spent with the family. Okay, take them out and do something or another. But almost 80 to 85% is nothing but pure work. Okay, that is what takes my entire life. Now, I have a wife, I have a baby girl, and obviously their schedule and their agendas are different to mine. And especially when you have a baby, the baby has no agenda. The baby, any agenda, whatever she feels like is her agenda. Okay. So what happens is sometimes when I'm sitting and doing my work, or I might be playing a game or something, baby will come and try to get my attention. Now, obviously, if I'm playing a game, unless it's a very critical stage, you play these games seriously. So unless it is there, if I'm playing a mobile game where like Candy Crush or this or that or whatever, just pause and pay attention. But if it is related to work, I tell my wife, take the baby out, I'm busy. Okay. Now, what had happened was, it was in one of these situations where my wife was, uh, you know, she was busy. And, sorry, my wife had just come from picking up my daughter from school. And, I was talking with a customer on my iPhone. Wife came in, the baby came from school, dressed up in a school uniform. And she had this, I think, coloring or drawing book where you write, you write the alphabets and you join the dots to show an elephant and, apple, and you color it and all that. Okay. So what had happened was, I'm talking to my client and my baby just comes in, and lo and behold, she wants to show me this drawing. And she comes, and my baby speaks Thai. Most of it I can't understand. So, and it's not only Thai, she mixes it up with a baby language that she has. My wife knows better because my wife is with the baby 24/7. So she came to me, nee, 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 means she wants to show me, and she color, and she was saying something, and I'm busy with my client, and so I said, yeah, okay. And then she kept showing me nee, nee. I said, okay, go, mama. And thankfully, I didn't, shout or throw. I don't do that. I just told her, go from here. I put the thing on mute because I was talking to the client on audio. And I shooshed the baby outside. I closed the room. Okay, I finished that and continued. After I finished with the client, around 45 minutes, I opened the door. So I was like, okay, finished another client. And the baby was sitting there, and now she was eating food, and the wife was sitting with her on the table. And then my wife suddenly told me, baby wanted to show you her drawing. I was like, yeah, she showed me something. And I said, no, but she told me that, you didn't see it. I said, yeah, I saw it. So my baby looked at me. I didn't think much about it. And I continued with my thing, went and made a coffee and went back into my room. My baby sleeps 8 o'clock, okay? Because she has to get up at 5 and have food, and 6 get ready, or 5:30, 6. So my wife put her to sleep, and as I came out again to maybe have something, my wife stood there at the door. I saw the baby in the bedroom, and I could see the baby, sleeping. So I said, "Oh, she went to sleep." She said, "Yeah." Then my wife said, "See, can I tell you something?" I said, "Yeah." She's saying, "Baby wanted to show you her drawing, and you should take some interest." I said, "Yeah, I saw it, right?" Saying, "No, you have to show some interest because she she only has you and me. She has nobody else." And then my wife told me she was a little sad that I didn't see it, or I didn't spend some time. I didn't show interest. So I just kept quiet. Given the fact that my wife had bought it up, I think nearly 3 times, I kept quiet. And sometimes throughout the day you're so busy with so many thoughts bombarding, you don't pay attention. So I said, okay, I said, next time when she shows, I'll definitely take interest. Wife said, okay, fine. I went, sat down. And as I sat down, I just kept reflecting on what my wife had told me. And lo and behold, I got images when I was small, and I would go to my mom and dad and show them anything. They would literally disrespect it. Like, for example, I remember giving my mom a Christmas card for Christmas. Instead of looking at it, even looking, I wrote down and I wrote nice things. She looked at it, why you're wasting money? And she actually threw it. Huh? It's like, stop wasting money. That's what she told me. When I would tell my mother or father anything, like I've done this or I've done that, they would not bother. In fact, I remember when I was young, there was break dance. Those days, there's something called break dance. And there was a break dance competition in a place called Indian Association, where all the schools, they can take part. It's like the school kids of particular age group. I had, I thought I'll give my name for breakdance. I don't know what made me do that. I remember I used to see in VHS tape Michael Jackson Bad. So I was like, okay, I can do this. I literally went and borrowed money from someone. I don't remember who. I bought this audio tape, Michael Jackson's Bad. And I used to practice by myself alone in my room. You had that big boom box of a tape deck. So I remember watching the video and seeing the moves and whatever little bit I could do. I still remember this. To look like a break dancer, nobody is there to guide me. I took the elastic band that is used for books. I tied one to my leg. I put my socks. I put it on top of the other side of I think it was a track pant or jeans, something like that. So, and then I wrote with a marker pen on one side. I had a shirt, I tied it up here. I tore one bit of the shirt there. I put a, shoelace, put one side. Then I put a exercise band here. Who was there to guide me? And this, I think I did it when I was 12 or 13 years old. I told my mother that I wanted money for one competition. She didn't even bother to find out what competition. I said it's for dance. What dance and nonsense. But she gave me. It was not expensive. I think $5 for registration. Looking like that clownish manner, I went walking all the way to Indian Association where that dance competition would be held. And I went registered. There were only three people who took part. One was a real chubby girl. She did something. She was doing some funny dance for break dance. The second girl, she tried to do a robot move. And then it was me, and I was doing all this monkey stuff. I'll tell you, the breakdance I was doing, I was looking at my feet and moving it up and down, and I was doing some rubbish. I was so nervous. And for the duration of the song, I dance, something. I was huffing and puffing. I don't know. And one of my English teachers was there. He was laughing his head off. And he told me, "Oh, you won first place. Don't worry, you'll win first place." Because I was the only one who was doing something. But then I saw that fat girl. She had her parents. The other girl who danced like a robot, she had her parents. I was the only one who didn't have parents, nobody. And I saw everywhere, everyone had their parents with them, except me. And guess what? I got the first place. And then obviously, on the awards day, we are supposed to do the dance and all that. I told my parents I got the first place. They're like, okay, oh, good. Like every other parent, they came to see me dance. I did some monkey stuff there also. And then some of my school friends were there, my classmates. They, what shit dance you are doing, man? Okay. The other guys, they did, what nonsense you did. Now, I can tell you for a fact it was nonsense because I didn't know what I was doing. But my parents were like, oh, you at least did something. Good, you got. I took the certificate, I took the cup. It's funny that I never got a congratulations from my mom, dad. I don't remember. They were not proud of it. They didn't support me, nothing. And I don't know if I have that certificate. Let me check. I really don't know. Because they never valued all this. So when I sat down, I remembered all this. I was like, bloody hell. The last thing I want to do is be a father and mother like that. So I was like, okay, next time I'll make sure I compensate. Next day, I bought my daughter a nice doll. I bought her some chocolates just as compensation. You'd say, maybe I was feeling too guilty about it. So bought a couple of things. But I made it, I thought to myself, this time when she comes to me, I'll make sure that I'm there for her. I show her the interest. Nothing happened for the next few days and all that. Once again, after I think school, it was maybe once a week that they have this drawing thing. So once again, she, as after my wife picked her up, and the daughter came up and nee, daddy, daddy, and so obviously I could hear. Once again, I was talking to a client, but this time this was a VIP client. Okay. So, my daughter, she just barged into the room. And I was with this client that time, and I didn't even think. So she came in, daddy, daddy, she, apple, apple, and she was showing me something. And I was like, okay, go, mama, go. And she is still showing me. Thankfully, this time, I remembered what had happened. And instead of telling my daughter to go, my client was speaking to me via video. So I said, hey, let me show you something. And, with the phone, I turned it and showed my daughter. I said, this is my daughter. And the person obviously is slightly older, much more older than me. And the person was very happy and said, oh, wow, what have you done? And so me and the client both were looking at the baby, and she was showing her drawing and this and that. And I gave her time. I told the client, please don't mind. It might take a few minutes. If you want, we can disconnect. No. I would love to see what she has done. So both my client and I, we were, watching my client through the phone, and we saw my wife came in, and she saw I was on the call, and she was about to take the baby. I said, no, it's okay. Let it be. And the baby just took a few minutes. I think maybe 5, 6. After she showed me, I was like, wow, she's so nice. And what is this? What is this? And she was talking something I couldn't understand head or tail of what she was saying, but I was like, oh, wow, oh, wow. And after she finished telling me, she was happy. And then she went. So after she left, she's happy. She told me whatever she wanted to say, which I have no idea what she said. But she was very happy to show me her drawings. So after it finished, I apologized to the client, and as I sat, and I suddenly saw the client, and the client was just wiping his tears off. And he's saying, "Thank you for sharing this." I said, I was kind of confused. I thought maybe the client would feel bad. He's saying, no. He's saying, you made me realize what I'm missing in my life. He's saying, I focused so much on my business and so much on my life traveling. I missed all these moments. And then he thanked me for it and said, thank you. Thank you for reminding me of this. And obviously, we continued and we finished. And later on, to my surprise, the client had sent some additional money and said, this is for your daughter. Please buy her a nice drawing book and some colors. I sent him a thank you note. And I duly purchased. The reason why I'm sharing this with you is not to tell you that, see what a great father. No. I'm still a work in progress, and there are a lot of areas I still mess up, man. But it's more, when you have a small little child, when you have a small little person, and for them you are everything, the father, the mother. For them you're the world. And when they have this small little moment, they want to show you, hey, this is my drawing, or this is my thing. Sometimes my baby draws something so funny, doesn't make sense. In fact, she has even drawn me. It looked like a potato or something. And sometimes she takes, clay, and she shows mama happy, baby happy, papa angry. She actually puts my, lips like this. She says, papa angry, even when drawing, because I'm serious most of the time. So it's funny how these small little children, they can see through all this, So yeah, that's one thing I do now. Whenever my baby shows me something, I request the client for a few minutes. I stop, pay attention to let the baby know that you are important and what you're showing me is important. Well, obviously, I'm not going to do it like every time, because maybe in some cases you can't. But wherever possible and whenever possible, I'll make sure that I'm there for my little one. So yeah, this is just an incident to share with you guys. I don't know if it rang a bell, but for me it definitely did, and made me realize I have a responsibility as a parent also. We need to do the job well. Anyway, that's about it, man. That's what I wanted to share. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, good, bad, ugly. And yeah, if you have something you wish to share, I'd definitely love to hear it. Let me know if you had any such moment as a parent or as a child. Now I understand why sometimes when some children draw something totally ridiculous with a crayon or something, the parent always shows, oh, see, my baby did it. Now it kind of makes sense. Anyway, you guys take care. This is me signing off. Ciao.
Are you fed up of life? Earning a pathetic salary, working long hours, having an ungrateful boss, facing office politics, the constant fear of losing your job, and after paying rent, groceries, shopping, and children's expenses, you are left with hardly any savings. Is this the life you dreamed of? Or do you wish to change your life forever? Meet Loy Machedo, the world's #1 personal branding coach. He will help you identify the real you. Position and sell yourself by getting the job of your dreams and make good money anywhere in the world. If you do not believe me, Google his name, Loy Machedo, and you will find 2 million web links online and over 200 recommendations from very happy clients. So the question is, do you want to change your life? If yes, then contact Loy Machedo. www.loymachedo.com. Who is loymachedo.com? Thinkpersonalbranding.com. What are you waiting for? Do it now.